Yo, what's up, guys? How are you doing today, man? I'll be talking about the Brooklyn Nets and how they are just in a terrible, and I mean terrible, situation now. First things first, Mikal Bridges is not the guy that he was last. He's last guy. I would say like Mikal might be he might be a number 2 option in a championship level team. You ask me that question now, I don't have that same take. I'll still say Mikal Bridges can be a number 3 option in a championship level team. He can still be that fringe star, elite level role player, but the number 2 guy, the number 1 guy, absolutely not. The Brooklyn Nets, in my opinion, are supposed to be at the very least a mid team. They are, I believe, 27-45 to win today against the depleted Toronto Raptors team, but Jontay Porter is literally our betting on his unders. Like, what the fuck did I see this evening when I was just on Twitter? Like, what? Okay, so the Brooklyn Nets, they are 27-45, and don't forget, they have no first round picks this season. They don't have, I don't know if they even have a single second round pick this season as well. Because don't forget, they traded away those picks in the James Harden trade to acquire from the Houston Rockets, and they ended up trading him to the Philadelphia 76ers in the deal for the Ben Simmons deal. But a lot of these picks are getting back for these guys that I'll mention throughout this video are in 2027. So for now, they don't even have their own pick. Like the Rockets are trying to make the play-in. Shout out to JG. He's out here going insane without Şengün. The Rockets are trying to make that 10th final spot in the play-in. And they might have another lottery pick. They're not going to have another lottery pick if they end up getting the 10th seed or even less. Maybe if they don't get the 10th seed, but that's not the point. Let's get into the base of the video. The Brooklyn Nets are just not good. Let's call this way. The Brooklyn Nets are not good. The Brooklyn Nets, first thing I want to mention is the James Harden trade, where they went ahead and acquired him from the Houston Rockets in a deal a couple years ago, and they had that big three of James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. Unfortunately for them, it did not end up working. I was still on the sake that they definitely end up winning the NBA Finals. They go past the Milwaukee Bucks. Kevin Durant damn near by his damn self. If his shoe was a little bit smaller, would have beat the Milwaukee Bucks and went on to the NBA Finals against the Phoenix Suns. Funny enough, Kevin Durant is now, in hindsight, traded to the Phoenix Suns. So that's very interesting. So the Brooklyn Nets, there was a 3-team deal with the Pacers. I don't know if it was the Pacers. It was definitely the Nets. It was definitely the Cavs, and it was the Rockets as well. So the Nets went ahead and traded away Jared Allen, Taurean Prince. They traded away Caris LeVert, and the the Rockets. Not the Rockets, the Nets ended up trading away 3 first-round picks to get Harden in 2022, 2024 this year, and 2026, and 4 draft pick swaps as well in 2021, 2023, 2025, and 2027. So that's the reason why the Brooklyn Nets do not have a first-round pick this season. The Brooklyn Nets, you can say, oh, at least they're a playing team. Well, that's not the case at all. The Brooklyn Nets right now are 11th. In the playing spot behind they're behind the Hawks without Trae Young missing an extended period of time. Like the Atlanta Hawks are 24.5 games behind the number 1 seeded Celtics, who they just won against. As I'm making this video on Monday night, they just had a 30-point win and a DeAndre Hunter dagger 3 to propel them to a win against the Hawks. Against the Celtics, and the Hawks were at home. Just a phenomenal ending to that game. Shout out to them. 30-point comeback against the best team in basketball. I mean, it's really a toss-up between them and the Nuggets. Best team, obviously, in the East, but Jesus Christ, shout out to the Hawks. But that's besides the point. The Brooklyn Nets are 30 games behind the Celtics for the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. 30 games behind. They're damn near out of play-in contention. Like the Atlanta Hawks, with all these tumultuous injuries, they're ahead of y'all. Like, bro, 27-45. I'm a guy I was thinking they're not going to be mid at worst. They might be like a 9-10, but they're going to be mid at worst. Like, no, they're worse than mid. They are 18 games worse than mid. Like, this is disgusting. Nets fans, how do y'all do this? So y'all first fire Steve Nash. Y'all first, then y'all recently fired Jacque Vaughn, brought in Kevin Ollie. I didn't know Kevin Ollie was actually in the NBA. I know him from UConn, and there was definitely something maybe come to fruition about him joining the Nets. I'm like, oh shit, Kevin Ollie's back in basketball at the NBA level. No, he was assistant head coach. I just didn't know. So shout out to him. And then, like I mentioned earlier, the James Harden trade, and then there was the Kevin Durant trade, which just came out of nowhere. I did not see Kevin Durant getting traded. Remember, it was like 1 or 2 a.m. and I had made a video about Kevin Durant. I'm just like, bro, what? The way it just did that? Like, bro, like, holy shit. Kevin Durant's on the Suns? What? At the time of the trade went down, I honestly was not opposed to the trade. I mean, when you look back at it, they had KD, Kyrie, and Harden. And at the end, I'll show you guys what they ended up getting for all of those guys off the top of my head. But Jesus Christ, they ended up trading away Kevin Durant to the Suns for Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, who they ended up re-signing to a 4-year deal for $94 million. Jay Crowder, who they ended up trading for 4 second-round picks, I believe, to the Milwaukee Bucks, and they ended up re-signing with them this offseason. And also 4 unprotected future first-round picks. Yeah. So they'll end up getting those picks in a couple of years. But for right now, I mean, imagine being as bad as the Nets are. Don't really have a surplus of cap space because you have Mikal, you have not Claxton. Yeah, I'll look at Claxton as well, because you think the Nets are bad right now. Imagine that team without Nicholas Claxton. My God, like, if you think things can get bad now, things can get even worse for this Brooklyn Nets team. Then the Brooklyn Nets also traded away Kyrie Irving before the Kevin Durant trade to the Dallas Mavericks, and they ended up acquiring Spencer Dinwiddie, who they ended up trading for Dennis Schroeder. And the Raptors immediately just cut Dinwiddie. They were just like, we're good with this. We want to run with IQ and whoever at the backup point guard spot. And they ended up receiving Dorian Finney-Smith, still on the team. Apparently, they could have gotten at least a first-round pick for him. They didn't end up trading him away. Also, on the topic of trading things away, this is a team full of elite-level role players. And one of those guys there was like a budgeting, or is it a budgeting or some shit? Burgeoning, I don't know. My vocabulary right now is off. It's 10 p.m. My fault, yo. But emerging star in this league in Mikal Bridges, and you could have gotten at least like 3 or 4 first-round picks from the Grizzlies last season. Imagine how good those picks would be right now. Obviously, Mikal would make the Grizzlies team a lot better, even without Ja, JJ missing time, and Desmond Bane missing time, just getting back. Shout out Desmond Bane, by the way, definitely one of the best shooters in the NBA. I was not expecting Desmond Bane to come back this season. I thought they were gonna just like put him on the shelf, rest up for 2025 season with Ja Morant. He came back, so shout out to Desmond Bane. But imagine they could have had him, Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Mikal, JJJ at the forward at the time, still Steven Adams. All they had to do was trade 3 to 4 first-round picks, and the Brooklyn Nets apparently declined that deal. I saw today, I woke up to a Shams said that apparently declined the deal. The Nets did. Jalen Green and multiple first-round picks going to the Nets. Obviously, right now, Jalen Green, a.k.a. JG, been red hot. He's officially becoming a father. He knocked up Dre Michelle, the IG, let's say, social media influencer, and he's just balling out of his mind. That's great motivation. I mean, hey, you definitely don't look at Jalen Green like, let's say, even a month ago as you see him now. Like right now, he's on like the greatest stretch of his NBA career. A month prior, he was getting like benched in the clutch for Aaron Holiday and just super inconsistent. But now we're seeing a different Jalen Green. We're seeing the numbers over big Jalen Green. We're seeing Jalen Green that was supposed to be the best scorer, I think, in the NBA draft. He selected, he was in G League Ignite. G League Ignite now was just disbanded. Like Jesus Christ, but. On to the next one. My bad for getting on that little sidetrack, but they could have had multiple first picks for these players. They ended up saying no, which they probably should have taken because you don't have any first round picks or any picks this season. But you're gonna say no, I'm not gonna trade Dorian Finney-Smith. I'm not gonna trade this and this for that. They ended up trading a first round pick for Royce O'Neal and traded him away and traded him for, I should say, I believe 3 or 4 second round picks. So people love second round picks. I'm not too hot about them, but I guess they're not terrible. Then I'm getting a 2027 second round pick, a 2029 unprotected first round pick. That's like in 5 years. Like, Jesus, you couldn't get like a 2027, 2028, 2029? Damn. For Kyrie Irving? Come on, man. One of the best number 2 options in the basketball, one of the best players in basketball, one of the most shiftiest and one of the most efficient, one of the greatest handles in NBA history? 2029? Come on, bro. Joe Tsai, Sean Marks. I mean, y'all made that dumbass deal trading for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. I don't know if that's even the same regime. If it's not the same regime, my fault. But Jesus Christ, y'all traded that away and gave the Celtics a free superstar, a free top 10 player basketball. Jason Tatum. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, bro? Y'all traded away for 3 old heads and some other guys as well. Didn't they trade for Keith Bogans as well? Am I tripping? Marshawn Brooks in that deal. Providence. All right, letting a shout out to him. Dallas Mavericks ended up receiving Kyrie Irving and Markieff Morris. So. And Kyrie ended up re-upping with the Brooklyn Nets, not with the Brooklyn Nets, with the Dallas Mavericks. And we look at the Brooklyn Nets right now from a points per game point of view. The Brooklyn Nets right now, here's the points per game. They are bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're averaging in the year 2024 111.1 points per game. That is pretty bad. Pretty bad. Now, I mentioned the defense was supposed to be pretty good when they early on had Mikal Bridges, Dorian Finney-Smith, Royce O'Neal, guys like that. The defense right now is slightly above mid. They have the 14th best defense by points per game as they're averaging, or they're only allowing an average of 113.8 points per game. So terrible offense. Let's say just about slightly above average defense. And they don't have a single pick this season as well. And Mikal Bridges, I was going to make this video just to like Mikal Bridges, the downfall of Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges has fallen off the face of the earth. Not being that dramatic, just joking. But last year, 27 games for the Nets, he averaged 26.1 points, 4.5 rebounds, 2.7 assists in 27 games. On pretty good efficiency, he shot 47% from the field, 47.5, 37.6% from the field, and shot 89.4% from the field line. I was calling this guy as an emerging star. I was saying this guy might be a number 2 option on a championship level team. I thought he would be a guy to like kind of like right the ship for this Brooklyn Nets team and actually keep things like complacent, keep things at the very least mid. They got swept in the first round last season. We saw playoff Mikal Bridges the number 1 option. His numbers definitely went down from 26 in the regular season to 23 on pretty bad efficiency. 23, 5, and 4 in those 4 games that the Nets ended up getting swept. Mikal shot 42.9% from the field, 40% from 36 attempts per game, so definitely really efficient from 3. And his free throw shooting went down as well from close to 90% with the Nets to 78.3% in the playoffs, where, like I said, they did get swept. He did average 23.5 points per game, though, 5.3 rebounds and 4 assists per game as well. Just was not enough for the Nets, especially when I think Claxton got ejected or something like that. Maybe in that last game when he got a little bit of altercation with Joel Embiid, but Jesus Christ, man. And like I said, I didn't even mention this guy as well, Ben Simmons. I mean, I'm officially out on Ben Simmons, man. This man is just not even playing a game of basketball over the last couple of seasons. He's literally illegally robbing the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, he's played a combined 45 games over the last 2 seasons. Some of those games he left mid-game, so that's not even 30. It's not even 45 full games. That's not even like prime Ben Simmons 45 games of that. It's like right now this season, less than 25 minutes per game, he's averaging 6 points, about 8 rebounds, 5.7 assists, 58.1% from the field. He's still a terrible shooter, terrible free throw shooter, shooting 40% from the field. I mean, shooting 40% from the line. If you're shooting 40% from the field at 6'10", 240, that was a bad look. But the number 1 overall pick in the 2016 NBA draft, he's only 27 years old, 6'10", 240, out of LSU. I can't keep giving Ben Simmons the benefit of the doubt. You need to show something on the court. When he's on the court, he needs to be aggressive. We need that aggressive Ben Simmons, not just like the playmaker. The playmaker is there, the defense is there, the rebounding is there. I need to see some aggressiveness. Get to the cup. Show me that early Ben Simmons. Show me that All-NBA Ben Simmons. Show me why you got that fat ass contract. I'm not trying to see these workout videos if you're working on threes like that. Ben Simmons at the very minimum should have a mid-range shot, by the way. Should be at the minimum a like 60 or 65% free throw shooter. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing, bro? 40%? That's a bad look. That is a bad look. This is the highest paid player on the team, by the way. Jesus Christ. But let's just go ahead and get to the Brooklyn Nets just picks overall. Then I'll wrap up the video, get into their players and things of that nature as well. So they have the 2025 first round pick via the Suns. They have these 2025 second pick via the Heat. I don't know what deal we made with them to get them that pick. They have the 2026 second round pick via either Detroit, Milwaukee, or Orlando with no protections. They have their own 2026 second round pick. They have a 2027 protected 1 through 8 first round pick via the Sixers. I don't know what deal with that was. Potentially a James Harden deal. And then this 2027 first round pick unprotected via the Phoenix Suns. The 2027 pick swap with the Houston Rockets. So we can go ahead and pick swap that because they have my bad, I just got a notification from a Celtics fan. He was replying to my tweet about how the Celtics blew a 30-point lead to the Hawks. I mean, hey, this is going to the most right now. I'm not going to say too much about all that. I mean, they're still the best team in the league. I mean, hey, besides the point, a little off the record right there. But hey, there we go. 2027 first round pick via the Suns. 27 pick swap with the Rockets. 2028 they have their pick, their first round, and they have their second round in 2028 as well. 2028 second rounder via Memphis as well. They do have that, but no protections. In 2029 they have theirs, and they have the Mavericks 2029 first round pick unprotected. They have the Suns 2029 first round pick unprotected in 2029 as well. And they have the Mavericks 2029 unprotected second round pick. They have the Grizzlies second round pick unprotected as well. They have their 2029 second round pick. They have their 2030 first round pick, and they have their 2030 second round pick as well. So the Brooklyn Nets, they don't have sole possession of their own first round pick until the year 2028, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the year 2024, so things aren't looking good for this team whatsoever. I mean, Jesus Christ. No draft picks, 27 and 45, 11th in the East. Like, when it rains for the fucking Brooklyn Nets, it really, really does pour. Mikal Bridges this season is not the same guy. Just the efficiency is not there as it was last season. The aggressiveness, I feel like, isn't there unless he just plays the Hawks and he just owns them and puts up 40 points against them. It's just, he was talking about on the podcast with something podcast, by the way, the Roommate Show with Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson. He was talking about how he's only a 3-and-D player, and they were like, nah, you ain't a 3-and-D player, man. You don't play that defense anymore like you used to. I mean, again, remember, like, let's say the Suns play against the Warriors. He's a Curry assignment. He's that guy to go ahead and guard Steph Curry. With this Brooklyn Nets team, I mean, early on, they had defenders, and they still do have defenders like Dennis Smith Jr. and Nicholas Claxton and guys like that. Dorian Finney-Smith, previously Royce O'Neal, that can go ahead and do that. Now, he has to exert so much energy offensively and do that as well. That's a lot on the plate for somebody that do that. That's why people do that. When star players do take the best defensive, the best offensive, the best offensive player, we serenade them with so much like love. Like, holy shit, you're actually that guy. But Mikal not doing that right now with the Nets, and he's still not as fit as he was last season, which definitely is a red flag in my humble opinion. He's having 24-4, 44% from the field, 36% from 3, 81% from the free throw line. So he's not the same guy, man. He's just not the same guy. Last season, he was shooting 18 shots a game, 47% from the field, only with the Nets, by the way. This season, 16 shots a game, 43% from the field. Like, Jesus Christ. And the three-point shot early on was just not it at all. Cam Thomas has been really good, averaging 21.5, 3, getting 44% from the field, 35% from 3. Really love what I see out of Cam Thomas, and I believe that he can be one of those emerging stars for the Brooklyn Nets team. Then you have Nicholas Claxton, who's averaging 12, 10, and 2 on 63% from the field, which is the 4th best in the NBA. He is a unrestricted free agent. If the Nets do not bring back Nicholas Claxton, their franchise is doomed. This is a guy, 24 years old, one of the best defenders of basketball, should be one of the best lob threats in the NBA, should be one of the top 10 pick and roll recipients in the NBA with an actual really good point guard. Devin Schroeder right now, he's solid. We'll end up finding out what the hell happened in terms of all of that with their point guards, things like that. I mean, we'll just get into that. But if they did not resign Nicholas Claxton, imagine go to a team like the Grizzlies with Ja and Bane and JJJ. Whew, that would be tough. Mitch Williams, GG Jackson, that team, bro. Next year, watch out for the Grizzlies, bro. They're gonna be tough as shit. Taylor Jenkins is a really good head coach as well, riding the ship a little bit with this depleted, very, very depleted Grizzlies team. Claxton's not back. Say goodbye. Cam Johnson's on a 40 deal for $94 million. He's averaging 13, 4, and 2, 45% from the field. He's also shooting about 40% from 3 and 78% from the free throw line. Definitely need to see Cam Johnson shooting or averaging at least like 16 to 18 points per game. You're making $23.5 million AAV per year. You should definitely be putting up better points than 14 points per game. Like, let's be for real. At least with this, we're seeing minutes out of guys like Noah Clowney. We're seeing minutes out of guys like Jalen Wilson. Unfortunately, no minutes for guys like Dariq Whitehead. He did end up going, and he ended up undergoing season-ending surgery, which is pretty unfortunate. Definitely, this is a time where he would get some minutes. We're definitely seeing some minutes out of guys like Trendon Watford, who the Blazers went ahead and just cut. Lonnie Walker's an elite level role player in this league. Dennis McDermott is one of the best point of attack defenders in this league. Daron Sharp is a solid backup big. And Schroeder is a solid point guard. Dorian Finney-Smith probably should be dealt. Like, this is a team full of a lot of elite level role players, and this is a team that just desperately needed Mikal Bridges to be that guy this season. And unfortunately for them, he has not been that guy. I mean, shit, last year, I mean, like I said, he was averaging like 26 points per game. I didn't think he would be able to hold that, but at least like 22 to 24. He's averaging right now, I believe, like 22 point something. It's just not the same efficiency. It's just not the same guys. The Brooklyn Nets, like I said, they are in a terrible situation. They don't have their own first round pick until a couple of years down the line. They're on their third coach in the last couple of years. Mikal Bridges not a number one option, maybe not even a number two option. And they're definitely a team that I feel like has to be at least a couple of stars away. I mean, I love the progression of Cam Thomas this season. Definitely uptick in minutes will do that Nets team wonders. They need to resign Nicholas Claxton. Hopefully, Mikal Bridges can get that aggressiveness and that efficiency back up. This is a team that's supposed to be built on defense, so the offense being at the bottom really isn't too concerning. I like Cam Johnson. I like Mikal. I like a lot of these guys. They're either potential stars or elite level role players, and it definitely need to be better in terms of helping the team up, because this team should not be 27, would I say, and 45. Like, this team is not that bad on paper. Like, they haven't even dealt with like the biggest injuries. I saw like Ben Simmons, he's like that. Like, Mikal's been healthy, he's been playing every game this season. Cam's been missing some minutes, missing some games here and there. Claxton's been missing some games here and there, but come on, bro. Like, they need to be better, bro. This team I thought would be mid at worst, and they're this bad. The Brooklyn Nets need to be better. Joe Tsai needs to be better. Sean Marks needs to be better. Like I said, if you let Nicholas Claxton walk, bro, say goodbye. This is a guy that can just he's one of the best defenders in the league, one of the best shot blockers in the league. It can literally just like fast track this quote unquote rebuild, even though I don't know what it is, to be quite frank. Maybe they can have somebody of free agency, somebody wants to go to Brooklyn and not play, or somebody wants to go to New York and not play for the Knicks, but play for the Nets and get it back in Brooklyn. Pair another star with Mikal Bridges and Cam Thomas and just see what the hell happens, because this is a mess. And Nets fans, I feel so bad for y'all, man. Like, last year when I traded away KD and Kyrie, I was like, damn, they're like rooting for y'all unless y'all played against us, because y'all fucking own this for some reason. The Nets just own the Heat, and they've beaten us for a while, and then we beat them early on in the season. I'm like, let's go. And then after that, it's just like, damn, I'm going back to feeling bad for the Nets, man. KD, Kyrie, and Harden couldn't get a single ring because Kyrie got injured, Harden got injured, Durant damn near solo squatted the Bucks if Joe Harris could hit that wing three, but he turned into a terrorist, and now he's literally out the league. I don't know if he's even on a contract now. The damn Pistons, the worst team in the NBA. Wait, my boy, not my boy. Joe Harris not my boy, by the way. Now the Wizards probably the worst team in the league, and the Pistons have a really good stretch of really good trio of guys like Kid Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and Jalen Duren, guys that are really high on. They also have guys like Ausar Thompson. Praise to him, he did have blood clots. Hopefully, it's not too bad. Unfortunately, the Heat fan, we dealt with that after we gave Chris Bosh an extension. Bro was gonna pick between us and the Rockets, but he picked us. Thankfully, we let Chris Bosh number one. Most underrated players in the league at the time and of all time, Hall of Famer, yes sir. Ended up going blood clots in his lungs and did end up playing. But definitely hope the best for Ausar Thompson, things of that nature. But like I said, the Nets, cooked franchise. Y'all need to make some move this offseason. Ben Simmons is legally robbing the Nets. I'm off this, bro. Like, when I watch the Nets, it's tough. Like, Jesus Christ. Nets fans, how do y'all do this, bro? Like, I know Cam Thomas is an entertaining guy, but Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Other than that, yo, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, just follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and say Dr. Boy John. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.